Call is now being recorded. Okay, so yeah, let's proceed. Good evening, everyone. Happy to have everybody here again. Last week we decided not to go on with the class because we just wanted to see the numbers of people who are actually really following up with the current class, and because we wanted to see the numbers of people that are going on with the current class, that was why we didn't go on with the class. So we actually dropped the test for people to go through. Using the test like that, we wanted to know just like a survey to know the numbers of people who have been participating so far and if people are actually understanding everything that is being taught. So, of course, we have a group of people who are like a management as well, who wants to see the progress, and they requested for the update on the classes, and that was why the test was given last week. That was why the test was given last week. So we didn't really do much. For this week, we just want to advance to everything marketing for you and your business. Everything marketing for you and your business. So once again, I'm Joshua Motayo. Yeah, a lot of people call me Joshua. Not not many people know me as Josh or anything else. But you can call me wherever you like. I know my own name, and that's what I used to address myself, regardless of what people call me. So, um, the test has not really been accessed yet by everyone in the by the management, I should say. So if you know that you have not done the test yet, that was you go back to the class, you will see a link that was dropped sometimes ago, about 2 3 days ago, about 5 days at most 7 days ago, but I'm sure it's not 7 days ago. You can go there and check for the test and do the test, so that you know, in as much as a lot of people don't prioritize certificates in Nigeria, even BSc certificates, people don't prioritize this anymore. But I think it is something that you'll be proud of if you get an e-copy of the certificate that you can print out by yourself. You know that you go through a 3 month marketing class and you know exactly what you're doing. At the early stage of this classes, I was able to tell you and explain that most of the marketing jobs I got from the very beginning, relating with business owners, they were asking me questions like, what's your experience like? Because in this country, you already know that you need to have experience before you can get jobs, right? So they were asking me, what's your experience? What, how are we sure that you can do this job? How are we sure that you are capable, that you can do this? So there are two things that I show them. The first thing I show them is my portfolio. Now, my portfolio doesn't necessarily have to be something I've done for other businesses, can be a result of my own research, what I've done for myself, and if I can show them what I've done for myself, and it's good enough. I tell them that this same thing I've done for myself, it took me 3 months to do it, 5 months to master it, but I can tell you that I'll do it for you for free, for the first week or for the first 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks you can pay me. If you see that my work is good, you can pay me. So what I do there is to sell myself ahead. I sell myself ahead, and because I was so sure of what I can do, I tell them, let me run an advert for you for free for 2 weeks. If I can run an ad for you for 2 weeks for free, and you are getting massive results for yourself, then you are assured and you know that I can do the job. And they tell me, well, we have nothing to lose other than the money that they are paying, which they definitely paid to others before and they probably didn't get results. So they are willing to go for me, as their choice to run the ads for them. And then, after a week, they get a lot of leads. And then I tell them how to organize their sales funnel and everything. They start making sales and they say, oh, you are good for the job, and then they pay me for it. This is also a strategy for you, no matter what you do. If you're a fashion designer, if you're selling an online course, give people a free trial of what you do. You wonder why these online companies sell a lot. It's because they offer free trials to what they do. They offer free trials, they are ready. They are so sure of what they do, their services, that they'll tell you, you know what, we're going to give you this service for you to try it for 3 days. After 3 days, if you feel like it is not still good enough for you, you can return it to us, no service charge. You understand? It's because they are so sure of it. So if you are so sure of what you do and your services as well, give it to people. Let them check it out. If you are selling an online course, you are selling a course on graphics design, teach them for the first 2 days. I teach people personally one-on-one marketing class. Charge a lot for it, I would say. Um, but before they pay me at all, I tell them, you know what, I'm going to share my curriculum with you. Once I share you the curriculum, you can go through it. And then I want us to do the first module together. The first module is only usually 3 times a week, right? And then I'm going to teach you 3 times in a week. And after teaching you 3 times a week, you feel like I'm not good enough to teach you, then you can leave. I won't charge you anything extra. And then they go on. But I can tell you for free that I've never had a class with anyone for 3 times in a week that they don't end up paying. In fact, as a matter of fact, they pay after the first class. Nobody extends to the second class. They pay after the first class. So there is no business in this world that exists. You're selling shawarma, give it to people, let them taste it. One the business that started this strategy, those that sell suya, right? Those that sell suya. You see when you get to that place where they sell suya, they don't mind if you are coming to just taste it and run away. But they tell you, do you want to taste it? I didn't know it was that way. I thought that people usually demand for it until about I think it was about 7 years ago. I went to the bus stop and I was like, I want to get suya. And I was like, he said, how much? I was like, I want the one of 700. At that time, 700 was valuable, right? And he gave me one to taste first. I was like, no, no, just tell it. He said, no, I should taste it first. And then after I tasted it, I didn't buy the one of 700 again. I got the one of 1,000 naira because I loved what I tasted. So always give people a taste of what they would like, so that once they like it, you are sure that they are going to pay for it. So let's move on to today's class. Can we all hear me, please? If you can hear me, anybody can unmute and say we can hear you, or you can just type a message or use a reaction on your screen so I can keep following and know that you can hear me before I proceed to the class. I also have to be sure that my network is good. That's why I'm asking if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me, but the background noise echoes a lot. Okay, the background noise echoes a lot. What do we do? Uh, okay, I'm going to disconnect now from my Bluetooth and see the difference.
Is it now? Is it better now? Please, uh, bro, Michael, please, can you confirm if it is better now? Okay, yes, it is. All right, we can go on with the class then, since it's better now. Uh, all right, today we want to, the last classes we did before now, we've been looking into the marketing aspect, and marketing is very, very important, like you already know, for every single business and brand. Um, Today we want to look at what we use in supporting what you are selling. Now you want to put out the content online. You want to put out the content either through graphics. You want to put out the content through videos. You want to put out the content through a podcast or wherever it is. One thing you always need most of the times is what is a visual, which is done by a graphic designer. If you're uploading a video on YouTube, we have something that we call a thumbnail. Now, that thumbnail is what people actually see. Now, once people see a thumbnail, it is the thumbnail that attracts them, to actually visit what? To visit the video. I need to share the full screen so that you can see the progress of everything that we're doing, right? So, just a moment, just a moment. All right. So I need to show you something. If you check this YouTube now, I'm trying to show you the importance of graphics design, because sometimes a lot of people will say that they don't need graphics designer. They don't need graphics designer at all. But then if they are creating a video, but I need to tell you that you need a graphics designer for everything you do, including your content out there. You can see this football highlight. Before the football highlight starts playing, there's a graphics that you can see on the screen, and you can see how captivating it is. You can see how enticing it is. You can look at this 14-year-old Nigerian TikToker. You can see the graphics, even though it looks very simple, that all he did was to what, put his image and then some random topic. Now you can see this everything here for this powerful 14-year-old Nigerian TikTok must watch. Everything has to do with digital marketing. First of all, from the title being captivating, the title being captivating, that a powerful 14-year-old Nigerian TikTok must watch. Now, that must watch that is attached to the title, for any random person that wouldn't want to watch in the first place, because the person can see a call to action, which is like a must watch. The person is curious and is like, what's this? What's it about? I need to check this out. And this is a powerful title out there. And then the graphics is also enticing, that you want to check it. But I'm telling you that if this thumbnail, the static image that you are seeing on the screen, is called a thumbnail, is a thumbnail. It is created, it is an image that is uploaded on YouTube. So that's what will display to users first before they click on the video. If this is not interesting, if what is here is just a random thing, I'm telling you that nobody is going to click on this video. You can see in just 7 days, he already has 35,000 views. 35,000 views. So your graphics matters a lot in all you do, in everything you do, as a marketer or as a business owner. Your graphics that you put out there, your business card, your profile picture, if a graphic is attached, your cover photo, whatever you put out there as your graphics that actually talks about what you do, it matters a lot. I also need to say that the quality of your graphics would determine how much people would perceive the quality of your brand. Now, if they see your brand and they see your graphics and they look at it, it's not looking premium, it's not looking good, the first thing that comes to people's mind is, well, maybe this brand is just those random brand that we see on TikTok or that we see on Facebook, that we see anywhere else, right? Because it is not speaking premium. There are some invitation cards that you see. I'm sure a lot of us have been working in the streets or somewhere before, and then some churches give us some handbills. And then once they give us the handbill, we look at it. Now, the moment you look at the handbill, if you don't smell something premium, if you don't smell something quality on that handbill, if it is as light as a feather and is not communicating to you, what do you do? Before you walk 20 steps further, you already trash it. You already trash it. But I can tell you that there was a time that I was given an handbill on the street. The graphics is so good, the quality is so good. I knew I wasn't going to attend the particular service that they were inviting me to, but I couldn't throw the graphics away because I felt like this thing is too expensive to throw it off. So it tells you how much graphics can actually impact you. If Milo, as a brand, if their graphics is very poor, you are not going to buy it. The reason a lot of people prefer to buy Dettol soap, a lot of people prefer to buy Premier Co than buying this particular soap, Okin soap. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us would know Okin soap that looks like a black soap, something like that. It's, if you look at it where you look at the branding and you look at it and say, no, this Okin soap look like it's something that is meant for poor people, something that is meant for people that are broke and wretched. But if you look at that of Dettol and the branding and everything, the graphics, everything is shiny, the first thing that will come to your mind is luxury, and you'll be like, oh wow, this is something I would like to get, or this is something that is good for my body. because you see your own body as quality. And because you see your body as quality, you also want to get something of quality. Now you are getting to understand how much graphics can actually impact you and your business. So, and that's the reason we are going into Canva for graphics designer today, and also for small business owners, right? Because we believe that if you are a very very big business owner, you probably wouldn't want to do your graphics by yourself. You want to employ a graphics designer. Now there are different tools that you can use. You can use Photoshop and so many other tools out there, right? But for beginners, the easiest tool to use out there is Canva. The easiest tool to use for any business owner out there is Canva. You can use it on your system, your laptop, you can use it on your phone, and it will still work perfectly well. You still get the result that you want. So let's look into Canva and see. Also, we are also going to be able to look into the practicals as well, so that you can know how to design a good graphics for your business, and you won't have to pay people for every single thing that you do until your business can stand on its own. So Canva is a user-friendly graphic design tool perfect for business owners and beginners. So in this class, we are going to learn the basics and explore the applications around it. There are a lot of people that use Canva as well. I'll also let you know that if you have been hearing it before now, that you need to have about $10 or $20 per month to be able to use Canva. You don't need to have as much as that. I hope YouTube is not going to cancel me for what I'm going to say now. Of course, in Nigeria, personally, I use Canva Premium for just 250 naira per week. I mean per month, 250 naira per month. Of course, you get to collaborate with a lot of people who are going to subscribe for the Canva Premium, right? And they had you as their team members. So once they have you as their team members now, you don't need to spend as high as that huge amount on monthly basis to use Canva or yearly basis. I spent 50 naira only on monthly basis to use Canva Premium. And I even use it more than a month. Most times like that, I use it for about 45 days, just spending 250 naira. So you can get premium Canva. Like I said, you can see what we have here is this is the original plan. If you go to the Canva official website, what you are going to see is 12.99 per month, which is $12.99 per month to use Canva Premium. But like I said, in Nigeria, yeah, you can collaborate with some people. If you need extra help in this, you can message me after the class, and I'm going to link you with people that you can pay just 250 naira on monthly basis, and then they will do it for you. Of course, the first payment is 500, but then the renewal 500 naira. The renewal then is 250 naira, and then this is for the account setup, right? Which is the amount that they charge you. If you are rich enough, you can actually go through the Canva route and pay the 12.99 per month. And then you also need to get familiar with the interface, which I'm going to show you in this class. We have an hour to go. So I'm going to show you in this class the Canva interface. We are going to work hand in hand and see how you can develop yourself with a simple graphic design tool. In fact, at the end of today's class, you will know how to design a graphics by yourself. If you design something at the end of today's class, people will think that a professional actually designed it for you. So I think most of these things that you're going to see here, right, are things that I'm explaining here are things that you're going to see in the practical classes as well. So I'm going to show you how we can work with tests, right? We work with tests, we work with fonts, we work with the font sizes, the font colors, the text colors, the alignment. We'll see everything. We'll see templates that we can use for any single thing at all. If you are looking for a template for a birthday party, you will find it there. If you are looking for a template for a digital marketing services, you find it there. For an online class, for podcast, you find it, everything on Canva. So I'll also show you how you can incorporate images, upload images, and then search the library as well, right? You can also add shapes, icons, and every single thing on Canva. I like to say that you can also create a website for yourself on Canva, but that's something we'll be looking at later on. So, for today's class, we are going to be looking at creating graphics, creating graphics for social media, most especially for your, because this class is a marketing class. So, and we believe that anybody that is here is willing to grow their business and market their business further, right? So they want to reach more audience, and the only way they can do that, not the only way, but the most effective way they can do that is leveraging the social media platforms. So I'll show you how we can use it. Create different, for each social media platforms like Facebook, like Instagram, like TikTok. There are different sizes of graphics that you can use for them. If you use the same graphics that you created for Facebook on TikTok, it's not going to give you the same quality that you are supposed to get, right? So there are different sizes for each graphics or for different social media platforms. So I'm going to see that in today's class. I'm going to see how to use templates and also how to use animations and GIF. I'll show you how to do them in today's class as well. So I'm going to give you a brief on logo design, business card, and marketing, right? Logo design, business card, and how to design marketing flyers. So once you see that, if I don't mention it during the class as well, please, you can call my attention to it. You can call my attention to it so that we can go back to it. And then I'm just trying to show you the things that we are going to look into, right? So that by the time we start the class, you will understand where we are coming from and where we are heading to. So I'm going to show you how you can share your designs with others, or you need somebody to improve the design for you. You can share it with somebody else. 2 people can work on the Canva design at a time. 5 people can work on the Canva design at a time. 20 people can work on a Canva design at a time. I'm going to show you everything right live. So, and lastly, I'm going to show you the advanced tips and tricks that you can use for your Canva design. So, let's go into the practicals so that I won't have to, talk too much on these things. So, give me a minute while I share my screen for the Canva class with you. All right, so here we are. You can see my screen, canva.com. If you want to visit Canva website, all you need to do is to click on canva.com. Canva. Canva. That's the spelling for Canva. And if you click canva.com, you have canva.com right here. So you can see this is canva.com. Then you can see this is a Canva premium account. If you are using a free version, you would be asked to, you'll be asked to subscribe and, create those subscription stuff. But then I'm not getting that on my screen. Everything for just 215 naira per month. You can see I'm under a particular team. You can say the name of the team is Team Joe Easy. Team Joe Easy. So all I need to do is contact Joe whenever my subscription is expired, and just pay him 250 naira. He is going to renew the subscription for me. So like I said, that we are going to look into how we can create different designs on Canva. You can see the interface on your phone. It might not look very easy and easy to understand, but if you pay attention to it, you still understand it more, right? So let me explain everything that you see on the interface. What I have here is currently what I've done before for different clients. Some of the designs I've done for different clients. Also, you can create a presentation on Canva, presentation for anything at all, or you can create it for them right here on Canva. You can create a flyer, anything at all, a logo, you can create it for your client right here using Canva. You can see these are my recent designs. So right here, you can see you can create a post for Instagram. You can create a document. The same way we have your Google Docs and everything. But then there are some documents you want to send to clients that you must not use Google Documents for. You must not use Microsoft Word for it, because the quality would be poor. There are some documents you want to send to clients that they have to be premium. They have to be premium. So creating these documents, you may have to make use of Figma designs or making use of Canva. So I can make use of Canva also to create documents. If you are a teacher online, you can, of course, use Canva as your board, like a chalkboard, right? You can use Canva for presentation, like I said before. For social media posts, you can create videos with Canva, and like I said the other time, you can what? You can create websites with Canva. So these are my recent project. If I click on project, I'm on the top left. You can see my top left right here. You can see project. I'm going to see my recent project. If I click on template, I'm going to see a lot of templates. There are, I don't want to say thousands because Canva itself says thousands of templates. But I can tell you that the templates on Canva are more than thousands. There are different templates that you can find on Canva. For the free version, you can also see templates that you can use. It's free to use. You can use Canva for free, honestly, and you will still be able to do some things, but you'll be limited to some certain features. You can see there are different templates for anything at all that you want to do, for presentation, anything that you, for your logo, there are templates for all things that you want to do. So all you need to do is to what? Just check through everything and see what you would like. Inspired by my last design, the last design I did was a logo for an air brand. So they are giving me suggestions based on my last designs on the things that I can do. But then outside that, you can still get ideas for more things that you can do. We can't end up scroll. We can't keep stop scrolling if we're on Canva. There are too many things to scroll. And you can select templates based on what you are here to do. You can select templates based on you want to create a social media post, you want to print a particular design. These people that actually do uh, design printing on clothes or banners, billboards, most of them also use Canva. It's very easy for them. So you can find templates based on print products, businesses, education. That's an online course. You are trying to create an online course. Of course, you can make use of Canva as well. You're trying to create a video, market, or do anything. Wedding cards and invitations, you can make use of Canva for it. For this brand, you can set up your brand on Canva, right? You can set up your brand on Canva, but this can only be done by the admin, right? But I don't need this thing, right? I don't need this feature at all, so I don't need to make use of it. Also, we do have extra apps on Canva. You can see there are AI powered apps on Canva. If you see the apps, you can see image blender. You can blend two or more images together, and then it makes a lot of sense. And look at this sample here. You can see there's an image on the left, another image on the right, and then blending them together, it makes a lot of sense. You can see this, we call them type extrude. What they do is to what? They add extra effect to your text. We have text wrap. There are so many things that you can explore on Canva. But if you decide to go into everything today, if we decide to go into everything today, we may not get to start with our class at all. You can see that you can transform your ideas into pixel art. Pixel art is also mostly used for NFTs like that. You can, design a logo, design a unique logo effortlessly with AI. All you need to do is to just type it like a chat GPT prompt, and then a logo is going to be generated for you. There are so many things here: logo maker, blur, background, and so on. Whew, you can see how much it is that you can actually um, make, how much things you can do with Canva. You can see that so much, but you can come here by yourself to what? To play with it. We have mock-ups as well. A lot of people use mock-ups. I personally love mock-ups as well because they make business and design stand out. You can see how beautiful they look like. All you need to do is to just replace them with your image. If you have a quality image now that you want to attach to this particular design, there's this, you can see this particular design. If you have a, probably like an image that is quality, because you can't use a low quality image on this particular design. If you have a very quality image that you want to attach to this design, just put it there. It's going to look like it is you, like it is your own. or you went to a studio and your frame, this is your frame, and then everything will just naturally blend, right? So this is how much you can use Canva. So let's talk about making use of Canva for logo, to design your logo. You can find ready-made template here that is free to use for every single person. I don't want us to delay, right? Because we still have other things we'll try to do together. So if you want to try to create a logo now, you can see that first thing you can do, right? You can create a design from scratch on Canva. If you click on create a design, that means you are trying to create it from scratch. Now, once you click on create a design, you are going to find existing things that you can, that you can copy. Existing, these are templates that you can use for free. All you need to do is to just change the text and every single thing there. And once you're able to change them, you will be able to use them for free. You can see this is the church flyer, right? Now, if you don't want to use a template, you already know what to do. All you need to do is to what? Click on create new. Like I said, click on create a design from here. Once you click on create a design, Canva asks you, what do you want to create a design for? Is it for a Facebook post? Is it for an Instagram post? Is it for a logo? Is it for a flyer? Is it for your story on Instagram and Facebook? Is it a poster? Is it a presentation? Is it a meme? What are you trying uh, to create? Is it a YouTube thumbnail, video landscape, TikTok video? Wherever it is, you can see there are so many things that you can select the template for right here. There are so many things you can select a template for. And once you come here and say, okay, this is what I want to create, I'm trying to create a design for a logo. What I'm going to do now is to click on logo. And the moment I click on logo, the design template, which is the board, is going to be plain. This is what I need to work with. But I will always recommend for you as a beginner that you shouldn't start from the scratch on Canva. If you want to create anything on Canva, you shouldn't start from the scratch. Always try your best to what? To use a template. If you cannot use a template, get ideas from a template. And once you get your ideas from a template, you can now what? Um, create your own design from the ideas that you've gotten. The only reason you may want to create from the scratch is if you already know what you are doing. If you know what you are doing, or you are naturally gifted with graphics design, right? You are so good with design that sometimes you don't need anyone to tell you what to do. You already know what to do. You are so good with designs that you don't need to start using templates. You can create it from the scratch. I know people who can just sit down. All they need you to tell them is your business name and what you are trying to achieve. They are going to create a design, a logo that is going to fit into exactly what you are trying to do. Right? But personally for me, I'm not gifted in that aspect. I'm not. So what I do is to what? To go into templates and make use of templates. But notwithstanding, you also might be very good using Canva or other design tools, and then you may not need to make use of templates. But like I said, I will recommend for you to use templates for a start before you what? Before you go into creating design from the scratch. Now, let's say I want to use a template and I'm trying to create a logo for uh, for for an airport. Let's say I want to create a logo for Murtala Mohammed Airport, right? Or I'm trying to create a logo for a restaurant. I'm trying to create a logo for a restaurant. I just have to think on Canva, what do I need to search for? Now we have something that is called keyword. Keyword is if you need to get fried chicken, what do you need to search for online to see fried chicken? Of course, definitely all you need to search for is fried chicken. If you want to look for a logo about an hotel online, all you need to search for is hotel logo. So there are some things that are very easy to get, like a keyword. And that's the same thing that you want to search once you come here on Canva. That, oh, I'm trying to get this, trying to achieve this. I want to design a logo. What? For an hotel? For a hotel, rather. What do I need to search for? All I need to search for is hotel logo. I'm just going to put hotel logo here. and search for it, and I'm going to see different uh, different logos that I can use for a hotel. Right? You can see Alston Hotel and Resort. You can see the Larana Hotel. You can see Arawa Hotel. All I need to do, if I see, I don't need to search through everything. If I can search through everything, all I need to say, okay, if I say I love this, I love this, I love this, anyone I choose, all I need to do is to what? Just click on it. Now let me look for one and click on it. Uh, let's say the one I'm very, very interested in. I saw one earlier. I'm going to go for that. I saw this earlier. So I'm just going to click on this. Another thing about Canva that you need to know is that if you click on a particular design, before you can start customizing that design, to start editing that design, it will show you more similar designs like the one you recently clicked on, like the one you just clicked on. Now I clicked on this and then it shows me more like this, like there are more designs like this that I might be interested in before going to customize it. Now all I need to do is to just scroll down a little bit and say, well, am I going to change my mind or I'm not changing my mind? And then to me, it doesn't look like I'm going to change my mind. So what I'm just going to do is what? Still go ahead and what? Customize this template. And then I'm going to click it and it's going to what? Load on screen. Just a minute while it's load. So you can see now that the design is now on the screen. I see that the design is on the screen. Now what I need to do now is to start editing this particular design. So how do I edit it? You can see on the right hand side there is nothing on the right hand side of the screen. But on the left hand side of the screen, you can see that we have design, we have element, we have text, we have brand, we have upload, we have tools, we have projects. If you scroll down, you can see we have apps and we also have magic media. We have magic media. So these are the things that we have on what? You can see we have it on Canva. Now, the first thing that we want to do is to look at everything one after the other. If you click on design, it means that you are trying to change the design that you have currently on your screen. So if I add a new page, let me show you how to add a new page. Right on the screen, you can see add page. Just below here, you can see something we call add page. If you look below, look at this cursor. Let me hide this. You can see add page option. If you click on add page, what is going to happen is that a new page would be added. Blank page would be added. So if you click on design now and you click on any design here, what is going to happen is that this design would be added to what you do. You can see we now have a new design. But you don't want to do that, right? Because the only thing you are doing right now is to work on this particular logo that we are trying to create. So I'm going to delete it back. You can see delete it. I'm going to delete it. So that means you don't need design yet. There are some scenarios that you may need it, but right now you don't need design. You don't need design. So second thing we have is what? Element. Now element is where you can find every single thing that you might need for your design. Things that you might need on your design. What do I mean? I'm talking about I'm talking about shapes. You can see shapes. You can add shapes for your design. There are lots of shapes that you will see. You can add on your design. You click on it, you can see it here. This is the shape. You can see that this is a shape. Shapes are very important for every design. You may not know why or how, but shapes are actually very, very important. You can use a shape to form anything. You can use a shape to form anything for your design. So You can see this is different shapes that we have on Canva. If I click on this now, if I click on this, you can see I clicked on this. If I do this and put it on the right hand side and I come to test, don't worry, I'll explain all this to you. And I put 50% off. I just typed 50% off, but you didn't see it because the text is black. You can see that there's a text around there and it's very small. But if I make it a little bit big and move it to the center, you can see that now we already have a 50% off discount on the top right of my screen. And what I decided with it was just what? A shape. A shape. You can see how important shape can be. I'm going to delete this back so that we can look into it later ourselves. So you can add shapes. You can add, this is the art shape, right? This is the art shape that you can add for your design. You just change the color to red and you can see that everything would make some little sense. So you can add shape on elements. Elements are very important. These things you need to come back to Canva and also look at them to get familiar with them. You can add graphics on your designs with Canva. Please give me a moment. I want to just listen to an urgent information. All right, I'm back here. Sorry, I thought it was as important as it as it should be. So right here we have elements. I talked about elements and I talked about shapes. Now we have graphics. Right? You can see this is graphics. You can add graphics to your designs. You can see graphics. The other time, okay, I didn't show you the logo I designed for an air brand, but you can see that you can add any graphics that you might be interested in. Stickers, gradients, features, magic recommendations. You can add them to your design. So if I check this now, I just be like, what do I want to add, or what would actually benefit this particular design? All I can do is, I'm not going to add anything, right? I just want to do a sample. Let's say this signifies money. I can just change the color to white from here. And see, what is just going to show me there now is a white text. This thing looks like money, but of course it's not money. I'm not making use of it, but this logo is very easy. It has been created already, but I need to show you some of these features that we have on Canva. You can leave there, you can come back, you can decide to what, add something else. Aside from shapes, graphics, we have stickers. You can add photos, additional photos to your designs. You can add photos to your designs. You can add videos to your designs as well. You can also add audios to your designs. But one thing you need to know is that the moment you add video to your design is no longer an image. It's no longer an image. It will now be a video. If you look at the top right, you can now see that there's a seconds. There's a counter around there, right? Which means that I can play the video. Can see what is displaying now. That is a video that is displaying on the screen. Now, this has overshadowed what we originally planned to do, which is what creating a logo. So I'm just going to delete it back because we don't need it. Now, these are the things that you can do on Element. You can see videos, photos, stickers, and so many things. And I need to let you know that for the Canva Premium as well, you can generate the image for anything. If you come here now, you say, I'm trying to search for an element. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Sorry, I think I lost my network. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So let's say that you want to what? You want to search for something on, you want to probably add like a boat, right? To signify that in this hotel there's let's say there's a beach and there's a boat cruise, right? So boat cruise, I can just search for boat cruise on the element, boat cruise, and search. Now I'm going to get graphics for boat cruise. You can see from element it provided me graphics, it provided me photos, it provided me videos, it also provided me audios, and then it also provided me what? A shape, a frame rather. It provides me the shape of both, but there's no shape available. Provides me mock-up, no mock-up available. Provides me chart, no chart available. So what that means is that only this is available. Graphics, photos, videos, and so on. So this is, you can see this is everything related to boat cruise, right? So, but what we are trying to add to this design is what? Is a graphics. So I can just click on graphics. I'm going to look for something that will complement my design. And what will complement it is a black, what? Boat cruise. You can see this black here. I'm just going to click on that. You can see this. I'm going to what? Make it smaller so that it's going to make more sense. And I'm just going to put it somewhere around here and make the color black more. It's not black, this is like not the complete shades of black. Now I have the complete shades of black. And you can see how it is. To show that I also have a boat cruise. There's a boat cruise on the hotel, in the hotel rather. Now, one thing you need to understand is that every single thing on this graphics is communicating something. It's communicating something to anyone who would listen, who would see it. I wanted to say who would listen to it. Who would see it? Why? Because your graphics is speaking to the receiver. Now there are people who will see your graphics. If I send you an invitation card and you see this hotel name and you see these graphics as the logo of that hotel, immediately you will have an impression that this hotel is a very luxurious hotel. This is what the building looks like, and there is a ship or there is a boat close to the place. You understand? You will understand that you just have the idea that, oh, this is what it looks like. Now, if I invite you now, right, and then you get to the hotel and you realize that it's just a story building hotel, you'll be disappointed. Why? Because the graphics is more premium than the hotel. Do you understand? So that's one thing that I need you to understand. Also, another thing I need you to know is the test. I've just explained elements to you. Let me explain test to you. This is the test. So this is the test. This is test. You can edit this, but I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete only this one. I'll leave this one, right? This is a tagline that came along with the graphics, so I won't want to delete it, right? But let me show you how the test work. Now, if you click on test, you will get a default test. This is what a default test on Canva looks like. It's a heading 1, heading 2, and then paragraph. Heading 1 is always used for headlines. Headlines, they are very big. That's why we call them heading 1. We also have what we call subheading, heading 2. Heading 2 is good for what? Subheading. We have headline, we have subheading. You can see it is smaller than heading. And then we also have paragraph, which is the one for normal notes. If you are writing, that's the normal note, which is what? Paragraph. Now, let's name this hotel something. Let's give it a name. I'm going to use the heading for it. Please note it down. Heading, subheading, and what? Paragraph. Now I'm going to use the heading for it. You can see the moment I click on heading, it gives me a big default font. Now, these are fonts. These are what fonts are. But look at this Now, once again, I need to mention that this might not look like this exactly on your phone, right? Because this I'm using a desktop, but a laptop. But then this is what fonts are. Let me give you a simple definition of what fonts are. I think I need to check it online for you so you understand. I don't give the wrong information. So what are fonts? Right? Right here you can see that fonts are different styles and designs used to display a text. So font can only you can only call a text like font can only apply on text only. That you can't see an image and say what kind of font is this image. No, it's not possible. There can never be a kind of font for an image, but there can be a kind of font for a text. Now, this is a text, add a heading. Default, remember this is a default text. Now, the font that is attached to this text, the name of the font is Canva Sans. Canva Sans. Now, we have two types of font. We have serif and sans serif. You may not know this, right? You may not know this. It's understandable. But we have two types of font. We call them serif and the sans serif. The serif font do not have extra designs. They don't have styles. They don't have all these additional styles attached to them. They are very plain, right? And then we have the other one, which is the sans serif, which have styles. Do you understand? So you need to understand these things. You may not necessarily need to understand them verbally, but you need to have them at the back of your mind because for each design there is a font to use, either a serif or a sans serif, either a serif or a sans serif. So let's continue. Now I'm trying to create a design for this hotel now and add a text, right? So, oh, I think I did a mistake. I mixed them up. It's the serif font that actually, have styles, while the sans serif do not have styles. Now, for example, this canvas sans now is a serif font. I mean, it's a sans serif font, but the other one on the have styles is what is a serif font. Let me show you what a serif font look like and what the style I'm talking about, what it actually means. Let me add a heading. Now, let me look for a serif font rather. This thing can be confusing sometimes, don't mind me. This is a serif font. You can see that there's a style. You can undo it by click this place. You can see that there's a style. Look at this. Look at this heading has some styles. There's some styles attached to it. You understand? If you look at this as well, you will see that there's a style attached to it. Alice. You can see there's a style attached to it. You can see there are some curves. There are some curves attached to it. Please don't mind the background sound. Please don't mind the background sound. The sound. Also, we also have this. You can see this font, Britney. You can see that there's a style attached to it. All these are what are called serif font. Now, for the sans serif font, they don't have styles attached to it. This is what they look like. They are simply plain and very, very clear and easy to to read. So we also have you can see this is if you look at this now, if you look at this is the what? Sorry, don't mind. There's a guy in the background there that is making some noise. So don't mind it. This particular one, would you say it is a serif font or would you say it is a sans serif font? There is no curves, there are no edges, so we can as well say that this is a what? Is a sans serif font. But let's not dwell on serif or no sans or no serif. Let's just move on to the next thing. Now we are trying to what? Create a name for our hotel brand. This is the original one. Don't forget. The former font that was used was a serif font. Now that means that they actually look at it and think that what would suit this hotel name is the sans serif font. But I wouldn't want to use the font they use here. I would want to use a sans serif font as well. but I would like to prefer to use Playfair or this seasons, right? So, but let me look for Playfair. I'm able to identify Playfair because I'm very used to creating graphics. I'm very used to creating graphics. So the more you start creating graphics as well, you will understand and know the fonts that you will enjoy, that suit a lot of design most, and the ones that don't suit a lot of design. But remember that we're talking about test. That's the reason we are here. We're just talking about test. So I'm going to click on Playfair now. You can see what Playfair is very similar to this. And I'm going to name it. Let me just name it GoodDeeds. You can see the test is too big. You can see how big the test is. Once you click on the test, just at the very top here, you will see uh, how you can increase the font size. You can see what we have here. Look at the cursor up here. You can see font size, decrease font size. If you click over on the plus sign, you see increase font size. If I increase it, the font size will keep increasing. And if I decrease it, the font size would decrease. We also have text color, where you can change the text color. If you click on it, you can change the text colors. But we can all agree that this text color, the best text color for it is what? Is black. Now we also have what we call font weight. The text, you can see bold. We have bold. If you click on bold, it will make the text what? Bold. You can see what it looks like, right? We also have the italics. Italics will add styles to your design. Italics will add styles to your text, not to your design. Remember that I said that you can only add the styles to the text and not what to the particular design itself. If I click on italics now, you can see that the good text is what is curved. You can see that the text is curved. But if you well, definitely we don't need italics function for this particular um, design. Sometimes you make use of italics and you think that the design is looking good, but it's not. So let me just remove this and make it normal. Now you can change the alignment, move the text to the right, move the text to the left, you can move it to the center and so on. But I leave it at the center. You can make it a list style. You can make it a list style. What do I mean by a list style? By just clicking on this list, you can see what it looks like we are listing things, right? So, but this is not a list style, this is just a logo. We can make it ordinary. You can also add spacing to it. Please just follow through everything and make sure that you go through the replay as well. In the replay, we are not going to have noise like this. It's going to be thoroughly edited, and we are not going to have noise like this in the background. So also, you can also make sure that the text is not as bold as you want it to be. That is making use of transparency. What do I mean by transparency? If you click on transparent now, you can see that the text may not display as thick and bold as you want it to be. The transparency, if I reduce the transparency on this particular text, you will see that the transparency is going to what? The text will not be as bold as it should be anymore. You can see I'm going to undo this from here and I'm going to click on the text. Now, if I click on the text, what we have here, click on the transparency, you can see it's just like making it invisible, making it boldly invisible. So, but we don't want it to be that, so we just want to increase the transparency back and make it as bold as it should be, right? So we also have what else on our test? We also have effect. We also have effect. You can see the effect right here. You can see that you can add a shadow to your test. You can add lift to your test. You can see there are several effects that you can try out here as well. So for this, each of these effects, you can make use of anything that you want. So let me just undo them and make sure that we have what we had originally. Also, you can have animate, which is this is the animation I'm talking about. People people enjoy animations a lot. This is what animations look like. You can see what animation look like. Animations make your design very interactive. But like I said, if you are creating just an image, you don't need animation. It's not everything. Oh, sorry, I think there's a power outage here. Sorry, just a minute, please. Just a minute. All right. So, like I said, you can see if you look at the screen, you don't need effect on every single aspect. All right. So let's continue. Please don't mind any background sound. I just try to caution it now. So that's that on that on the test. So let's move to the next thing. I just explained effects to you. We also have position right here, but positioning has to do with let's say that I have an additional test. Now I'm going to duplicate this. Just watch what I do from here, right? Watch what I do from here. Now this is how positioning work. You can see that we have double test. We have a test just at the back and we have a test at the front. However, it is not good this way. Let's assume that I want to take the hello world to the back of the good deeds test. What I need to do is to click on the hello world, click on position, and then move this hello world to the back. You can see now it has gone to the back of this design. What if I don't want it at the back of the design? I can as well move it to the front and move it to the back just once. You can see now that the GoodDeeds is now overriding it. But these are the things that we'll look into later on. But this is something that I need you to see and also understand. So outside this, we have the brand. Like I said, I explained the brand earlier to you. I explained the brand that the brand is about um is the admin can access the brand, but what can you do on this brand? The brand is all about you being able to set up your brand colors, your brand logo, and everything. You can put everything right here. That is so much easy for you to access. But what if you have something extra that you want to upload, that you want to show, you want to add to your design, like something from your personal gallery, something from your inbox that you want to add on this design? Where do you do it? You do it from here, from what we call upload. We do it from what we call upload. Now you can upload your files from here. If you click on this, you'll be able to upload files from your inbox, from your file manager rather. So you'll be able to upload different files from your file manager if you're able to click on the upload button from there, right? If you're not able to click on the if you're able to click on that upload button, you upload any of your designs here. If I click on the upload here right now, let's do that together, right? I'm going to have to select anything that I want at all to be on this design. If I click on this image now and I click on open, now this image gets uploaded. And if I click on this now, you will see that the image would be on my design. You understand? So if you are trying to design an happy birthday graphics now for a person, you can always upload this from your design. Even if it is your phone, you can always upload. So this is what it looks like. Also, we have tools. What does the tool stand for? You want to add text, of course, we have that already. We have that. It's the same thing definitely as here, but we can delete them back. We also have pencil. You have pencil. You can draw on it. Let me edit this back. We have pencil. We have shapes. Everything that we have on the elements are also right here. You can also add table to it. You can see what the table looks like. But we don't need a table for this logo, so we are going to leave it. So lastly, um, this is my project and every other thing. So I want to show you how to generate AI images with Canva. So just watch what I do. Remember that I'm now here on Element. Look at me on Element. I'm going to type um, an old man, an old African man, an old African man. Now, typing an old African man, you can see old man, man and woman. If you look straight down here, you can only find it on the premium Canva, right? You will see generate images for an old African man. If I click on it now, an old African man, I'm just going to click on generate image. Now, if I click on generate image, it is going to generate for me the images of an old African man. And here is it. We have it, an old African man. I can as well click on the graphics and click on old African man. And I can as well come to videos and click on old African man. And it's going to generate for me what a video of an old African man. But I don't want it to do that. You can come here and try it later on. So because we don't have time. So lastly, I want us to design a graphics together for a business. Let's say for a social media post. Very easy for a social media post. I do this thing on daily basis. I get paid about 100 per month. And I don't take more than 20 minutes to design my graphics. Let me show you how I do it. So social media post. I'll just search for this. We want to post about um, marketing on social media, right? So I'm just going to click on social media post and I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm going to see different templates. You can see we are seeing different templates on this. Now, when they say, we want to hire you as a social media manager, I want you to be posting online, these are some of the things that they're asking you to do. And it's not even really hard at all. They just want you to, upload posts online like that, and you being able to follow up. So I'm just going to click on social media posts. Remember that I said it the other time that if you click on something, you are going to see more about it, more like it on Canva. So I'm going to click on social media posts. I'm going to click on this. Now I'm going to see more like it. This is not exactly what I want to post. Okay, keep searching for. I'm looking for some slide. I'm sure some of us have seen some slide on Instagram before, very engaging slide. And that is exactly what I'm looking for that I want to post online for my boss. So I'm just going to keep looking for it. I'm showing you how we can create a social media post in just less than 3 minutes. So I'm just going to click on another one that I think might take me there. I'm going to click on this. Now, if this would take me time, social media slide. Now, what I'm seeing here is templates for businesses. I'm just going to add slide and Instagram to this. Remember that your keyword matters a lot. Whatever you want to design, your keyword matters a lot. You can see 3 ways to get sales fast. Now, as a social media manager working for a brand that just teaching people how to how to get more engagement on followers on social media, it's very easy for me to do this and get paid. Now, let me show you something. Look at this post. Look at this particular post. I want to show you something now. You can see this particular post, right? You can see this particular post. So what if I go to instagram.com and show you something? I just want to show you something that might interest you. Now this is Instagram.com. Let me show you something. This is a company I work for. Now you can see this post. Look at this post. Eight successful ways to connect with your audience. Now look at this template. Eight successful ways to connect with your audience. You can see that they are the same thing. All I needed to do was to change the color of the existing template, to change it to what I needed to just change it to what the brand color of the company that I work with, to what it is, and post it online. Very easy. Now, if you look at the number one, what we have here is what? Respond to what you see. But what I have here is what? Know your audience. So all I needed to do was to what? To change it to what I want for my boss. So you understand how it is. This is how easy it is to create design on Canva. You just need to click on it and then you just need to click on it. Sorry. You just need to click on it and what edit every single thing that is there. So this is how to actually use Canva for your social media post and get enough and maximum results. You can see right here, I just removed the Think Limited and change it what? Change it to the logo, to the brand logo. So this is how easy it is to create your designs. So, but most importantly, this is everything that you need to know when you are creating designs on Canva. When you onboard on Canva, you are going to understand more about how it works, how you can do it, how you can get results, making use of Canva, using templates. You just need to explore a lot of templates as much as you want. So most importantly, like I wanted to say before, that I want to apologize for the background noise that we have today. Fortunately, we can only control what we can do, but we cannot control what others can do. We can only control ourselves, not what others too can do. So I'm in a private place, private tech location, but unfortunately we have a loud noise maker in the building. So we have to bear with it, and that's why we have the background noise. So, do we have any questions before we call it a day? Yeah, do we have any questions before do we have any questions? Yeah, do we have any questions? I've been able to show us some things on the Canva graphics design platform and how easy it is to use it. Okay, we have a question. Are there copyright infringement on this template? No. Any templates that you find on Canva, any templates you find on Canva, any template that you find on Canva, I'm sorry about that. Any template you have on Canva, there are no copyright infringement on them. They are completely free to use. You can use them anytime, anywhere. And not just the templates alone. You can also add sounds. You can add sounds on Canva. I need to show you something. Sorry. That if you come to element now and I click on scary sound. I search for scary sound, right? You will see that audios are going to what? Display. You can see these are audios displaying. Now, if I click on this, That's a sound. There's some people that they make use of every single thing on Canva to create their content. Everything is from Canva. If you upload them on YouTube, anything at all, it is going to be express upload without any copyright infringement. So that is all that you actually need to know on Canva. Do you have other questions before we go? Please, was I able to answer your question, sir? Okay, thank you. I was able to answer that. Okay, thank you for engaging in the class all through, sir. Thank you. You are the most active in this class since the beginning of the class, too. We appreciate you. So, in the absence of any other question, let's all have a wonderful evening. Thank you.